Henry McClure live. Good morning. Look at this. Look at the day God gave us today, baby. Look at this. Look at that. Another trip around the sun. Looking forward to another decade. What I'm talking about today is I'm talking about basics. Let's get it down to basics. What do you stand for? Let's start with our streets. Today, through the primary, I could just make it about streets. Okay? And I could take the street platform and tie it all together from the federal government, county, and planning commission back together, and how we need to focus on what's now called the MTPO. And I could be known as the street mayor, the mayor of the streets. So, Amtrak's a hub. I mean, for years it was get off the road, save gasoline, take mass transit. But let's just break it back down to fundamentals. The city and county fleets, our fleets, from the bloated amount of city trucks we have here to the county sheriff, the gas station for our fleets are down on 10th Street. Marvin Spee's down there in the gas station. And they go from 5th Street to 7th Street over the absolute worst road in this town. So, politicians are always guilty of their campaigns making it look like for their own benefit. Well, think about, let's break it back down to horse and buggies. Your buggy would, the wheel would fall off when you'd hit the potholes and the bad bricks. Let's bring it fast forward to the maintenance on our fleets that we all pay taxes on. And if we have better roads for our fleets near their gas station, we're going to do better off. So I'm going to take from now, for a period of time, the time connect, and I'm going to make my campaign as the mayor tie together from all levels, starting in the streets. And believe it or not, at the end of the day, it will come down to forming the Citizens Commission that we were supposed to do by state law. And then I think it's in the infinite wisdom of our city manager to back Senate Bill 104, which made it optional. And if you want to have anything optional at the county, just figure it not getting done. And just try to get anything. Well, I'm not going to say that. Rich Eckert was very nice about getting the original information on Go Topeka, where they were just giving money to charities. But my relationship with Kevin Cook and Aaron Mays and Bill has been less than stellar. But these are the fellows that made you wear masks. These are the fellows that locked you down. And there's the ultimate divide. And I tell you, and my dad was a tax lawyer, had a doctorate in tax law. Once you start dealing with the lawyer, they think they're the smartest person in the room. It's about streets. So all my ramblings will be tied in to our streets. Here's something kind of interesting. Because nobody can find this place. Or this place. I'm a tenant in a building here where the city said you can take commercial buildings and make them houses. Well, the beautiful thing about loft style housing, it's just an open floor plan. So that's Adams over there. And that's Adams over there. This is Jefferson. And that's I think that has another street name over there. But that aside. And I'm going to talk real quick to all the people out on 37th Street. No, 29th Street. That basically got no warning. I think about it. I'm working for the Dairy Queen guy out there trying to figure out what to do because the financial losses these guys suffered and dealing with the county appraiser, a very smug fella. Not the head guy, but the guy that does the commercial real estate. I'd sure like to get to know how the building there on 10th Street, the AT&T building, even the, I'm going to find out the rent or the appraised price on Dairy Queen. But these people had no notice to plan. Not that even if you had a month to plan, but you know something? If you knew in a month or 2 months or 3 months that basically your whole future, you may consider closing the business for a little while and take your employees and figure out how to move them in. And maybe when the roads, constructions, you're opening up. But business people need to have the flexibility of public involvement. And public involvement will be the tone and tenor of my whole candidacy. Henry McClure Live, your street, your street mayor, your wannabe. And if you don't believe good streets are the beginning of economic development, well, I would say that you don't have to make a living based on the streets or how we present ourselves as a city.